Welcome to the Sage CRM Sales Accreditation course. You are currently viewing Sage CRM Sales Accreditation Module 4, which is designed for marketing, sales, and implementation employees. This syllabus level is designed for accreditation and people who wish to involve themselves in marketing, sales, and implementation roles with Sage CRM. Delegates will gain knowledge of the Sage CRM proposition, its applicability to functional roles within a typical business, and an ability to demonstrate the product to meet typical business needs. There are 4 modules at this level. Understanding and articulating the proposition is Module 1. Understanding and profiling prospects is Module 2. Understanding and usage of Sage CRM collateral forms Module 3. And Module 4 is demonstrating the standard Sage CRM features. This is the 4th module, that is Module number 4 at this level, and it's designed for use by people in marketing, sales, and implementation roles. In this 4th module, these are the topics we will be covering. Each topic is made up of a video of anywhere between 15 and 25 minutes in duration. Each topic contains information to build competence and confidence for people in those marketing, sales, and implementation roles. Once you have completed each topic, and thus the module, you will understand the role that customer relationship management concepts play within a business, how to knowledgeably speak about and demonstrate competence in translation of CRM capability to any business, and how to successfully articulate the Sage CRM value proposition. Once you've completed the topics, you'll be required to sit an exam, that is if you wish to gain certification, about the whole module. For this 4th module, this is the topic we will be covering in this specific video. This video is approximately 15 minutes in duration, with information specifically on navigating the standard Sage CRM product. Once you've completed the module, you should move on to further topics in order to complete the module. Once you've completed all the topics, you can then sit the corresponding exam, should you wish to achieve certification, and gain credits for this module. Let's move on and talk about navigating the standard Sage CRM product. We recommend, particularly if you are a newcomer to the Sage CRM product, that you make yourself familiar with and keep up to date with current messaging, particularly as we deliver that from the global website at www.sagecrm.com. shown in the screenshot here. This is because, particularly in an electronically connected world, potential customers are likely to have researched the product and its functional offer ahead of actually contacting a representative of Sage or its partner. It's important that we, as trusted advisors, understand the proposition as it applies to any business and the breadth of the functional pieces as currently listed on this site. This publicly available material also extends to the user community at community.sagecrm.com, so be sure you are familiar with the latest publications here as well. Your potential customers may have already read this, so you need to be up to date with the latest news, feature positioning, and functional descriptions. Here's an example of the user community, and note the documentation available there for anybody in the world to look at, read, research, make themselves familiar with, potentially before they pick up the phone and talk to a representative of Sage or its partners. And as new versions are released, new material to help support your marketing and sales activity will follow. So be sure that you, as well as checking the main and community websites, are also in touch with your local operating company to get the latest material as it may apply to your particular region. Shown in the screen here is a sample of the material produced by the Dublin headquarters of the Sage CRM company. Moving on, let's talk about the standard core Sage CRM product as they come from the box. Out of the box, Sage CRM is based on 6 primary entities. These are company, person, opportunity, lead, cases, and solutions. Showing on screen now, from left to right, are the lead, company, and person icons that are within the product. Also be aware that the primary entities can be supported with other primary entities, From left to right, leads are designed where unqualified sales inquiries may live. Typically, information is stored there, potentially minimal information on name, address, maybe phone number, maybe email, until a company decides to pursue that piece of lead and maybe turn it into a company or person record. The company, the one in the middle, in orange, is an organization we would deal with on a day-to-day basis potentially. From a company level, a user can see the complete audit history of exactly what has happened to the company, from emails through to sales history. And the blue person nearest to the right can either be connected to a company or set as an individual in their own right. This again will have a complete history of everything to do with that person, from email communications through to contact details, meetings, phone calls, etc. There is the concept of a sales opportunity, shown here in green with supporting red quote and order subentities. An opportunity, the one in green, is the definition of a possibility of selling something. It stores all the information on a sale, including things like close dates, stage, amounts, and more. As I mentioned, quotes and orders can also be connected to the opportunity. Cases, shown here in blue, can be created against a company and a person, or a person, to store and track any complaints or queries that may require follow-through, escalation, completion. Again, cases, like some of the other main entities, can have a full history against it of every action taken to solve it, and can be built up over time, reflecting emails, phone calls, documentation, etc. They can also be linked to an area called solutions. Solutions, shown here in orange with the light bulb, is any area where previously solved cases or independently created knowledge can be stored for later retrieval, sort of like a corporate knowledge area. And as I've mentioned already with the main and sub-entities, each and every one of these things you see on the screen can be overlaid with communication activity, acting as the heart of the history, and maybe these things will include emails, tasks, calendar appointments, or general communications. There are 6 main entities showing left to right lead, company, person, second row, opportunities, cases, and solutions. Overlaying all of the material in those main and sub-entities will be the functional pieces of Sage CRM, which I'm building for you across the bottom of the screen right now, including, from left to right, things such as searching, such as adding something new, the green symbol with the plus, phone calls, dashboards, reports, and a whole lot more. Depending on who you're talking to in a prospect or customer situation and how you're positioning value to that particular customer or prospect, you may elect to highlight or expose different parts of the product. As a working example here, using our marketing contact, you can see how I've moved from showing and talking about opportunities, but instead just focusing around leads, company, and people, with some of the functionality underneath of emails, contacts, calendar entries, and more. And if you think about the personas from our previous topics in this module and previous modules, maybe only some of the entities are related or relevant to this particular contact, and how some or related functional pieces across the bottom are related to our contact. So for marketing automation, recall our discussion on the ability to provide setup, tracking, and performance visibility on marketing programs, coordination of outbound calling, mass email, etc. And you can see how the various functional pieces across the bottom are tied to that persona. If I move on to another functional area or another persona, let's look, for example, at sales. And you'll notice how on the left-hand side I've brought back the opportunity, the green entity, and its corresponding supporting sub-entities, quotes and orders. I've still got my core communications, calendars, tasks, and email sub-piece running at the bottom of the main box, reflecting that in a sales situation, potentially all of these are just as valuable as they were for the marketing person. And if I move on to another functional role here and look at customer service, you'll see now how I have removed the lead entity on the left-hand side and the opportunity entity, and instead focused my conversation on people, companies, cases, and solutions, with corresponding activities of email, etc. in the lower box, and then the functional pieces across the bottom, reflecting this need of a persona, including dashboards, including running reports, finding cases, and a whole lot more. Now, I'm just giving you a few working examples here, And I'm using that with a visual display in the hope that that will help both cement the ideas of the main entities into your mind, but also perhaps give consideration to the way you first present the product to end customers and prospects in a graphical form such as this, maybe using these few slides to explain the breadth of the product, but then focusing down using individual icons on the specific relevant pieces to a persona, as I describe here, or functional area of a business. You've now reached the end of this second topic of the fourth module, Design for Marketing, Sales, and Implementation Employees. This topic was all about navigating and developing a working understanding of those core features of the proposition. There'll be questions about this topic in the exam for the module. You should move on now to the final topic, in order to complete the module. And when you've done that and you've completed all the topics, you can sit the corresponding exam, if you wish to gain certification, and gain credits for this module as well.